Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to another Miles Morales video. We have finished the Let's Play for this series. We've also given our review for the game in terms of whether or not it's worth your time, which, long story short, it most definitely is. Despite its couple of flaws and shortcomings from the original game, I'm still having a lot of fun with this game. But one of the things that caused me a little bit of trouble as I was working through this was the Prowler soundbite quests. Now, the areas for these soundbites are outlined very clearly on the map, so you know where to go to find them, but the tricky aspect to actually receiving these items is there's an area that's outlined once you activate the sound quest where you will need to record the required soundbite. And there are a couple of different sounds that can be picked up by your gear as you seek to record that specific bite. So today we'll be going over exactly where those sound bites are located, so you don't have to struggle through this as much if you are having a harder time with it, as it is a little bit of a challenge as compared to some of the other fetch quests located within the game. If you find today's video helpful and or enjoyable, please feel free to hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe for more daily content. So let's jump into these sound bites, starting with the one that kicks off this entire side quest. This is a part of the main story quest, and it is located within Hell's Kitchen. And in order to claim the soundbite from this location, you'll need to walk over to the side of this dock, web sling over to this other corner behind the warehouse, and pick up the soundbite from the buoy that's hanging over here in the bay. This buoy does disappear after this soundbite is collected. The next soundbite we have is on the Upper East Side. The activation point is going to be down here atop this little rooftop ledge. And the location for this one is actually atop the opposite roof. You can kind of see the water tower and the icicles that are dripping down off of that. So you'll want to make your way up over to that side of the street, make your way up to the top of the building, and then record the soundbite from the dripping water that's forming the icicles. The best way to do this is to get yourself right on the ledge and back away until you are within the acceptable frequency in order to record that soundbite. You can then move on to the soundbite located in Harlem, and this one is going to have an activation point up atop a rooftop, and you will want to go down to street side, close to that little basketball court that you see down on the street. Wait for the train to pass by on the elevated train track, and then record the soundbite as it is moving across. The Upper West Side is where we are headed next. And this will involve dropping down to this little awning and activating the soundbite clip from here. This one is relatively easy to do in comparison with a lot of the other soundbites, as it involves walking over to the open bay of the fire station and detecting the sound of the running engine from the fire truck that is docked within. The next soundbite is in Central Park, and in ways this one is one of the most tricky soundbites to get, as what is required in order to actually unlock it. You can activate this mission by activating the beacon, which is located on the bridge in the middle of Central Park, and then in order to claim the soundbite, you'll need to come down onto the ice, cloak yourself, and then get up close to these pigeons. If you do not cloak yourself, you're going to spook the pigeons. You're not going to be able to get in close enough in order to record the soundbite. And Uncle Aaron does explain how that works, or how his dad got the soundbite shortly after collecting this one. Our next objective is in Midtown, and this one is located on top of one of these roofs. It's a pretty common hiding place for the activation points. And for the actual recording, you'll want to zip over to the little neon lights that are hanging up on the other side of the American flag there, as that will provide the nice spacing that you need in order to get the frequency right and record the soundbite needed from here. Our next point is going to be in Greenwich, and this one is a little bit of a tricky soundbite, as well as you need to be on just the right angle in order to pick it up. You'll have the activation point on a lower ledge of this building, and then you will need to hone in on the church bells that are ringing or tolling. Once you've located exactly where that comes from, the best place to actually get the soundbite from here is actually going to be down on street level. So you'll back up to about this point, hone in on the lower section of the bell tower, and record that bite. Next, we will head over to the Chinatown soundbite, and this one is going to be on top of this small set of scaffolding that is right here. And across the way, you can see the entry to the Chinatown Plaza or Market, and that is where the wind chimes that are needed for this soundbite are located. You'll need to get a little bit closer. As a matter of fact, I ended up standing basically right in the middle of the street in order to get the frequency just right. And once you've recorded the soundbite from this locale, you'll be able to move on to the last soundbite that we need to cover, which is down in the financial district. This one is on the farthest south point of the map that you need to go. This activation point is atop the little donut circle structure here. Once you've activated the search point, you will need to walk over to the waterfront, but stay on top of this structure, otherwise you will get too far out of range of the item. And then once you've made your way over there, it'll be on this little ferry that's off to the side. You've just got to line it up to the point where you're not obstructed behind that tree. Once you've collected all of the sound bites, we will need to go over to claim the rewards from this side mission, which includes dropping down through this sewer grate into Uncle Aaron's lab/lair area. And there are a couple of things that you can interact with down here, but on the other side of the room, there is a locker type box that will require a use of all of these sounds that you've collected to unlock the frequency related lock to this location. After playing that sound and getting through this little cutscene here, you will be rewarded with what is, in my opinion, one of, if not the coolest outfit that is available within the game, as it is the Prowler Spider-Man suit. And it looks like this. And as soon as I saw this one, I was like, this could not get any cooler. And it'll likely be the suit that I default on for quite a while. But what do you think of this fetch quest of the soundbites? Do you enjoy it? Let me know in the comments down below. And I want to thank you for watching today's video, and I hope that you have a great rest of your day.